Well, good day, YouTubers, and thank you for tuning in to today's very different video on YouTube. Now, of course, you remember the first part in which I talked about the streamer here, being Otis Beer, also known as MeleeMario 720. He's actually straightforward done this video, and one thing I want you to let you know is that the video has already been uploaded onto YouTube, so I can't really discuss on how to upload videos from Twitch all the way up to YouTube. So in this video, I'm going to be straightforward doing a conventional way of speaking about complaining on Otis Beer streams. Now, if you remember on my first video, I actually did say that, yeah, his streams are straightforward out of context. And the reason why he's being out of context, well, if you want to look back on that first video, but if you don't really want to, let me tell you something. So, on the first stream, on the first video that I spoke about him, and of course, there's that damn raccoon mascot, which is modeled after Danny DeVito. Danny DeVito. Okay, sorry, I've got the English completely right now. So, okay, by the looks of this video, everything looks conventional and alright, but then once I started to watch this video, there was a lot of like out of context stuff. And the reason why I say out of context, and I do know I'm straightforward not spamming the word out of context, is because he's straightforward very silent. He's only being silent for a reason. He's either problem solving or he's even straightforward watching a cutscene. And those are the bits that I can't really stand. And it peeves me off for that one particular reason, which I really don't like about on his streams. That's the sort of out of context that I really don't seem to like. But anyways, apart from getting a bit angry here on the site, I need to straightforward take some breathers there. Right. Anyways, so apart from the out of context stuff, which really annoys me so much, there's another thing that you might have also heard of, and that was ear raping. Now, why I think ear raping is straightforward, and also the way I use the term rape, is because there's something that makes me feel like I'm allowed to use this word. But of course, let me just straightforward play this footage here first, and tell me what's wrong with this whole video.
Oh yeah, because I opened the chest already.
Okay, he's already done that. Okay.
Because you can look for treasures and stuff. Am I supposed to jump here?
Okay, you're not allowed to jump because you're gonna
This
scream.
doesn't look right.
Well, you're gonna scream. Ear rape.
Oh my god.
Okay. Thank goodness. Did anyone? And he just swore. Okay, I did make sure to turn down the volume. And oh, there you go. There you go. Can you see what's going on here? There you go. You can see the comments I've written there. Okay, it says raping for the ears, eardrum rapes, and there's also those hidden modders who are, oh my goodness me, it's not monetizing. It's not a monetization bot. It's more of a or should I just say not a demonetization bot? Sorry, that was my loose translation in English. But on Twitch, there are like auto moderators which often detect if there's a certain threat or a certain, well, let's just say, source of antisocial behavior being implemented. So why is he doing this? Okay, I could start doing a rant here. Like, why has he done that? You know what I mean? I just written the word ear rape, and honestly, I use this word so much, and I'm actually really happy it turned out. But I'm really still mad over what's going on here. Okay? I'm allowed to use the word rape for a very good reason, but let me just hear the amount of backlash that Otis Beer has to say in his streams. And I don't want to get too mad about that, because if I did scream so loudly, then I would rather disturb the neighbors rather than just straightforward combining my anger into my own self. And that's why I'm doing this freedom of speech, to confess my own greed and confess my own stupidity to the whole of my fan base. Okay, let's just press the play button.
Hang on. Why can't I blur chat in real time? Just don't say that word, please.
Well, I'm sorry to disagree with you. I will refuse. And that's because you're just screaming so loudly. In fact, you are screaming so infantilely. In fact, that's one thing. You know one thing I'm going to do? I'm going to reframe you away from your streams until a certain verification of you has been very much confirmed on that part. I can tell you something, I'm actually not the sort of person who's into gameplay, because gameplay is something that I really don't often tend to do on my YouTube channel, and it's mainly because of copyright infringement and copyright reasons. But I've just taken a snippet of his videos on Twitch, and I know the video has already been uploaded onto YouTube, and to prove to you that he's already uploaded this video onto YouTube, well, let me just close these unwanted tabs here first, because I was looking at weird random weather and whatnot. And let me just drag this. Okay, so we've got a whole bunch of weird and wacky stuff. There's this YouTube channel, and you can actually see there's his most recent upload. So what is he doing there, and why has he been archiving his streams? Okay, so there you go. You know, when I watched other people who have done like streaming and whatnot, like Stuart Ashens, he's done a lot of streaming, but he doesn't archive his streams on the YouTube because, well, he doesn't have a YouTube channel to archive his streams, a separate one. Okay, so let me just straightforward go back again. And what's even more strange is that I'm about to use the same method as him when I'm about to do my YouTube channel makeover. I'm actually sort of thinking about changing my YouTube channel's channel banner, hopefully for next month, and also this icon, this profile icon, I'm going to change for 2025, because these guys, these Malaysian 2024 birds, are straightforward done for Christmas, and it's no longer Christmas. I tell you what, the year is straightforward whittling away fast, and I have to do something very fast, even before Christmas of 2025 hits along the way here. But anyways, that's not the subject I'm really on about. Okay, going back to Otis Beer's streams. Now, okay, the reason why I think the word rape and ear rape makes sense to be allowed for me, in my opinion, is, let me tell you something what really happened back then in 2014 or 2015. I was, back then in secondary school, allowed to use the word rape, because that was actually part of a lesson that we did in secondary school. I think I was in year 9 or year 10, I think, and I was allowed to use the word eardrum rapes and raping because of a particular subject that we were learning about in secondary school. And what's the big excuse of using the word raping? You know, if I said the word penis, I would have actually gone into trouble, but I also did use the word penis when I was in a science lesson, because we were learning about body parts and organisms and blah blah. None of this goes into this whole stupid YouTube algorithm feeding up this word raping and eardrum rapes. Mind you, that's gonna straightforward split my YouTube channel into halves and saying, hey, it's family friendly. No, you goddamn liars. You goddamn motherfucking liars. You think that I'm actually making my YouTube channel as part of being a kids one? No, this is one that is also made for a general audience. Okay? Frick Copper and everything else on the whole site. Okay, so, right. So, apart from my unscrupulous speech, straightforward, I'm basically looking at the stream and I'm just sort of thinking to myself, what kind of nonsense am I actually blabbering about in this video on YouTube? So, okay, just to take some very big deep breaths. Okay, so, yeah, honestly, one thing I might have noticed is that he has changed. I did watch his content on YouTube. He was straightforward, relatively great. But then the streams, they've straightforward turned me up. And also this VTuber, this VideoTube. And what's actually very worth it to know is that VTubers are now becoming very popular over the years. During the 2020s, I think that was first kicked in around 2016, but correct me if I'm wrong, maybe 2015, but I really don't know about that one somehow. But VTubers have already become very, very frequent during the 2020s decade, even today, and strangely enough, it really has. But I can't get my head around of Otis being an absolute out-of-context jerk-face who actually really wants to straightforward play video games in the way he normally does, but then into the part of whenever I think he's being out of context, well, that's one thing. And there's also another problem I also want to expose during this part of the video, and that was him timing me out. And that really peeves me off. Like, why the hell would he even peeve me off? Why the hell would he even time me out? I mean, for no other reason, he just timed me out for a bloody, let's just say a bloody minute, maybe half an hour. It's just wrong. Okay, it's a complete joke, or even like minutes or so. I don't even give a crap about this guy here. Like, let me just see why I think he's being out of context, and let me just show it to you.
I want to see other people chatting too that often.
Okay. There you go. You can see why I've just added those modifiers.
I'm actually on board with the boss. Like, he is stunned at how stupid a Yumi is.
Okay, so as you can see, those messages. Okay.
Oh my god.
Wow.
I had no expectation.
Okay, that wasn't really unrelated. I mean, that was unrelated. Well, that's
yeah. Gantu isn't in that movie.
Alright, that's a bit straight.
It's not the
Oh yeah, I also heard about the cheesecake as well, because he was also having cheesecake. And straightforward was, who knows, I was just being a complete dumbass. Obviously, I was just straightforward. Yeah, I was allowed to use that, even though I'm not allowed to straightforward swear. So, I also straightforward, yeah, you can see what I've been doing. Just as weird, stupid, impulsive stuff that I was doing.
I might just shoot in the floor. We were sent the wrong Shantae game. We were sent like...
Okay, you can see what's just been happening. He was being out of context, so that's why I got moderated, and that was straightforward it. Okay, so, yeah. But let me just go back to the beginning, which I think is more notable. The most notable part is that he's actually straightforward out of context. And he also told me that I was spamming, okay? I wasn't spamming, I was straightforward replying back to you that you were being out of context. So that's why I was being this out of context douchebag who just wants to barge in and make a complaint towards the streamer, and also state why this person shouldn't be allowed on, let's just say, Twitch. Okay, I'm just scrolling around here.
So I have to like heat myself up if I'm frozen.
Okay, let me just see what's going on.
Interesting ideas here. Like, yeah, this is the power that
Alright.
level of X. Okay, well, I'm waiting.
Okay, I'm just gonna straightforward.
Like, look at this fucking mess.
Oh, sorry, that was swearing. Whoops. We didn't need to have that on YouTube. We didn't need to have that at all. Okay, I need to straightforward turn off the sound here, eh? Yeah, there's all of this weird stuff that just goes around here, and a lot of the stuff here. Oh well, I'm just being nonsensical here. That's why. Okay, so I'm just flicking through, somehow different pages, different bits, different areas and whatnot. Okay, here it is. So that's what I was doing. You can see why I was being out of context. Okay. Okay, so he was being out of context, and he said, there you go. He was being out of context, you freaking dumbass raccoon VTuber avatar streamer. You are fired. Okay, let me just straightforward go back to the part. Now, here's one part that I think he's done a lot of damage to my experience on Twitch. So, let me just go towards... there's a part in which I think he has timed me out. Okay, let me just see what's just happened. And of course, here it comes. There it is. There's the part that actually... And also typed in raping ear, okay? And this is what happens. Look at that. I've also did a lot of typo. Okay. It wasn't spam. This was more of a... It wasn't really a spam sort of message. It wasn't really a target of attack sort of message. It was just me being completely stupid. Which I did perceive... I mean, yes, it is spam, but this is good spam and not bad spam. Okay, so whatever he's doing, he's completely messing up the whole scene. And...
Okay, the timeout does work. Again, please don't spam top notch.
Okay, you're being straightforward. Well, okay, I'm straightforward. Well, that's something Okay, I did write the term "damn you, Otis," and honestly, I'm going to stay very calm here at this part here because I know that I can tolerate those things. I can tolerate with timeout very easily because I've got other things which are much better than just doing this complete crap on Twitch. But I'd love to do some live streaming on Twitch if I want to do it.
Damn you, Otis. I will smite you. Top notch.
Okay, here we go. I can actually
play the game Smite.
And wait for this part in which he is gonna block me again.
I feel like a computer bug. I've never heard anyone describe.
Well, I am a computer bug.
Oh my god.
Look at that. And look at that. It says wrapping ear.
Hang on.
And look at that. He is blocking me again, and he is doing my head in again. What are you doing? You complete. Oh my goodness me. You narcissistic, sarcastic, jerk-faced raccoon. What are you doing to me?
There we go.
Okay, that's not funny. That's just being rude. Okay, clearly you're doing this. Okay, that is just complete BS.
Again, please don't say that. I'm gonna have to ban more words now.
Well, I don't care because as far as I'm concerned, I've got better things. Okay, I need to straightforward take a deep breath or else I completely lose my patience over this and I'll straightforward boil my blood pressure along the way here. But
Top notch.
okay, I'm doing this as a reason. Let me just see if there's any more like bits here. Of course, I don't know. I'm just straightforward. Yeah. There you go. You can see why I'm doing a whole bunch of spam. Wow, look at that. I'm just scrolling around to see. Right, I'm just scrolling around just to see if there's any more like. I don't know what to really say here.
It really depends.
I think that's it. So, not much I can really say. But god damn you, Otis, you complete belittling bloody raccoon VTuber artist. Don't you ever block me. I will straightforward find a way to straightforward stop creating streams. And that's one thing I'm about to do. But right now, at the moment, I'm not going to do anything about you because, yeah, you know what? I know at first glance, I've contributed you during the pandemic because of YouTube poops that I really enjoyed watching. But at the moment, I'm very thin on the ground because I'm getting sick and tired of your out of context BS and also the fact you have blocked me because I was straightforward spamming and you think my spamming is bad. Well, my spamming is good because I'm straightforward doing top notch. As in a sense, you've been repeating the word top notch so many times and it really drives me crazy. I'm sorry to sound completely narcissistically angry at you, but that's what I'm doing, okay? That is why I am making this video to prove that you're just straightforward. Okay, here is your profile picture. Cringe! Cringe! Okay, so the next time when you're going to be doing Twitch streaming, it will be your last. And you're busted. You're busted, fool. You're busted, you idiot. Okay, I think I might as well just straightforward leave it right now because I might have to straightforward head back to bed. But before that, I might as well just straightforward make an announcement once more. Okay, so here is me vlogging, and normally on my YouTube channel, I don't often tend to do that much in the way of vlogs, more so in the way of making actual videos on YouTube. But strangely enough, I do come along and make vlogs these days. They became a lot more frequent ever since 2021. Which, in a sense, is quite very strange, considering the way I make videos. It's a bit totally different somehow. But I've actually got a bit of a change for this week. And I'm actually sort of thinking, instead of actually uploading new videos and creating new videos on my YouTube channel this week, up towards, I might probably say, the 1st of June. Which, of course, I'll be straightforward changing times. So my videos will be uploaded at around 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and 10 o'clock in both AM and PM respectively. So in that case, 6 hours free. But looking back at May, actually, yeah, May's only got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's not much time for me to record, about 5 hours, which is a bit of a shame somehow, really. Not really the sort of thing I really want to encounter for, but yeah. Oh yeah, I'm just straightforward somehow, like looking through all of this weird stuff, which I don't really want to straightforward make a complete damn of myself. I don't want to completely make myself a complete downer. But yes, from the time being, this week I'm not going to be uploading and creating new videos just after the making of today. But what I'm also going to be doing, and I mean, actually, yes, this is going to be quite confusing. So any footage that is taken from this week and onwards until probably about June the 1st, I'm actually sort of thinking only focus on uploading delaying videos, or videos that have already been taken from like the last couple of weeks or so, even before the start of half term. Okay, so I'm actually straightforward thinking about that because I need to straightforward relax here, and at the moment I might as well need to straightforward quarantine from making videos on YouTube, in particular newer videos which have been taken footage from tomorrow, which I'm not actually going to be doing it. But there's also another change. I'm also going to be slightly making videos a lot more later in terms of video uploads. The latest I'm going to achieve is about 11 p.m. or even in this case midnight the following day, meaning that my videos will no longer have to be uploaded. In fact, they might have to be uploaded just once, only one video this time, because right now this week I'm not willing to upload more than one video at a time now. So in this case, I'm going to straightforward uploading just one video a day, and that's final until at least around June the 1st, or maybe when I start doing another video sometime this week to give a clear verification and announcement of what I might be able to do in the future. But right now, I am sick and tired of this complete, oh my goodness me, this complete dumbass raccoon jerk face on Twitch who has decided to block me on the site for no whatever good reason is there. Well, I'm sorry I have to start ranting here, and I do know if I keep on sounding like this, well, I'll be straightforward blocked on YouTube, and then if I keep on doing the same thing over and over again, I have to go to hospital or even go to the police station and just straightforward calm myself down, and then, you know what, of course I'll die. You know what, but of course, yes, I found some very astute people on the site who know me better ever since when I was just, just a very straightforward basic toy reviewing person on YouTube. I don't want to do any reaction videos on that at all, but I'm going to straightforward leave this video right now because I need to give a breakaway from making new videos from that time being, and after that, I might as well just straightforward sign up from here. Of course, yes, if you really enjoyed in this video, I certainly didn't. It was just subpar. But anyways, if you really enjoyed this video, please give this video a very good like. And unlike that dumbass raccoon, subscribe for more videos in the future on my YouTube channel. And as always, thanks so much for watching, and bye for now.